query is this rain-affected track, the heavy track. Can he handle it? He, in the past, has showed that he doesn't prefer it, but he's the class in the race.
I don't know if we can call it rain-affected as such, but...
Well, I'm being kind. It is heavy, so therefore it is rain-affected. It just
At some point.
It just was over 7 days ago.
Under the Louvre was a winner on this surface 12 months ago when he beat Blackheart Bart in the Stradbroke. Questionable to say whether he's going as good now as what he was back then. His first up run was only fair.
Gee, this is a hard horse to catch, and that is Japadisme. He's a Group 1 winner, so on his absolute best, he'd be a chance in a race like this. But the reality is it's been a while since he showed his best. And for Blake Shin, he's looking for his 16th career Group 1. I doubt it's Japadisme.
Music Magnate was very disappointing. That's the only way to explain his last start performance in the Doomben 10,000. He was beaten a long way behind Redsell. His win prior here on the Victory Stakes shows that he doesn't mind this Eagle Farm track, but the depth of this race is so much stronger than what he beat on that occasion when he got the better of Hofgarden.
Chris Waller and Darren Weir have both had 8 Group 1 wins for the season. They're trying to get the title, and this is Chris Waller's best chance. Counter-attack, appreciating the rain-affected tracks, consistent, good in the Hallmark, terrific in the Doomben 10,000. Looks the obvious form reference. Goes to 1,300 metres is a tick. And for Opie Bossum, an opportunity to join the great Jim Pike on 55 career Group 1s.
Clearly innocent now with Chris Lees, was dominant winning at Scone. He loves the big tracks. He's a horse that tends to get back and settle towards the rear of the field, and then watch him try and unleash a really strong finish in the concluding stages.
Well, we're questioning the Group 1 sprinting form of the New Zealanders, and it'll be proven today here with Start Wondering. A 25-1 chance. Has won 2 New Zealand Group 1s this year. Comes through the Doomben 10,000 where it was only fair, and here's our obvious leader, and what a story it'll be. Well,
he's nice and fit on the quick backup, which I think is a big positive on this track today. He likes racing on deteriorating surfaces. 1,300 metres, I think, is his optimum distance. You know he's going to give you a good sight. Drawn perfect to be off the middle of the inside. I think he's going to be hard to run down.
150-1 available for In His Stride. This is a leap too far and a bridge too far for him.
Hofgarten is from the Rob Heathcote stable. Scratch from the BRC sprint last week to save for this event because he does go good on this Eagle Farm track. He's got the most experience on it out of all the horses here, and that is the reason why Rob Heathcote, a bit like Kaiser Franz earlier in the day, is having a throw at the stumps.
Yeah, his best 20-1 chance in the race. Here's Darren. Gee, he was fantastic in the Doomben 10,000. That was a great ride by Regan Bartis. Now, Mark Zara takes over. Rain-affected tracks are certainly in his favour. Drawn to stalk the speed. Might be settling closer than what he did in the Doomben 10,000 when he got way out of his ground. Gee, I think he's going to take a power beating here.
Horse number 12 is Tycoon Tara. Now, the mare's been a little bit disappointing in 2 of her runs this campaign, and that's by admission with Peter Snowden. She's since had a trial at Warwick Farm to keep her up to the mark. If she gets back to her form of last preparation, where she was able to beat horses like the one from the Chris Lee stable, Le Romain, she beat one day in a sprint event. That's good enough to be winning this.
Here's my top selection at a big price, and that is Impending. I thought in the Arrowfield sprint behind Darren, he should have won if he had got out. He didn't. He's been kept fresh for this. Rain-affected track, I don't think it's a concern. I've loved his trials recently. And for Darren Beedman, what a thrill it'd be to train a Group 1 winner.
And we'll be ready to jump for the Darley Kingsford Smith Cup. Here's Jungle Edge coming up, 1,300 metres ahead of them. And all is in readiness now as Jungle Edge goes in. Set to go. Red light about to be switched on. There it is flashing. They're set. Racing. Impending off the inside begins quite well. Japanisme was fast away. Tycoon Tara showing natural speed. So too is Jungle Edge. And Music Magnate went up to almost make a line of 4. Hofgarten and Start Wondering went next. Then Darren and In His Stride counter-attack. Blackheart Bart drifts back to 3rd last. Clearly Innocent 2nd last. And 2-1 to the Louvre last of all. 900 metres left to run. Jungle Edge takes it up. Leads Music Magnate by 3/4 of a length. Japanisme drops to the box seat. third. Tycoon Tara fourth. And Start Wondering fifth. 3 wide, no cover. 2 to Impending. Inside of it is Stride and Counter Attack. He's 3 wide, but he has a trail into the race. Then nearer the inside, Darren, followed by Clearly Innocent Hofgarten. Blackheart Barton under the Louvre. They Quinella the Stradbroke last year. They're second last and last as they thunder for home. And Jungle Edge went for home. 400 metres left to run. He bounded away. He put up a margin. They've got to chase him down. He leads from Counter Attack. Clearly Innocent really putting in. Then Tycoon Tara and Impending. By the 200 metres, Jungle Edge in front. There's only one danger, Clearly Innocent. Jungle Edge in front. Not for long. Clearly Innocent swept to the lead. Burst clear. And that's a brilliant win. Clearly Innocent by 3. Jungle Edge second. Counter Attack third. Impending fourth. Blackheart Bart fifth. Then Darren under the Louvre. Hofgarten, Tycoon Tara in his stride. Start Wondering, Japanisma. And Music Magnate is last.
Massive win to Clearly Innocent. Crestfield made the bold decision to move this horse to Chris Lees. And for the 4th time this season, Chris gets a Group 1. And for the 12th time, and a remarkable season for Huey Bowman. He is the king of the Group 1s in Australia. Clearly Innocent wins. And didn't Jungle Edge give them something to chase? He's run second, a huge gap to Counter Attack in third. Impending runs fourth, 6, 8, 5 and 14.
Yeah, well, I gave Jungle Edge a big cheer, and I'd imagine plenty of punters were around the turn, but you could just see Clearly Innocent ominously warming up. And, well, Hugh Bowman has had a magnificent season, and that just continues with this horse. He just can... time after time, gets it right on the big occasion. Chris Lees, he won the Doomben Cup last week. He adds another Group 1 to his season with this horse. And I imagine special mention must be made to Greg Bennett, the former trainer of this horse. I can imagine he'd be certainly sitting at home giving that a big, big cheer.
Well, Greg did say that he was going to give it the biggest cheer, and he gives a winning cheer. Clearly Innocent, huge win.
Shadows of Clearly Innocent really starting to creep on Jungle Edge, and then in the last 100 metres he just had too much power for a horse like that and raced away. Chris Lees, that's back-to-back Group 1s in the space of 7 days after winning the Doomben Cup last week with sense of occasion. And the man Hugh Bowman, what else do you say about him?
Well, 4 Group 1s for the season for Chris Lees, and for Huey Bowman, a remarkable 12. Then you add in what he's been able to do over in Hong Kong. He is just at the absolute top of his game. He'd be in the top handful of jockeys in the world, hands down. He certainly deserves it. What he does, he makes the right decisions when it counts most.
And he gets on the right horses too. Yeah. And when you're the man of the moment, everyone wants to put you on. And I know Chris Lees will go down as the trainer in the record book, but